welcome back to another video. I have been AWOL for a minute. Is AWOL the right term? I don't know, but I've been away for a minute, and as you guys can see, we have our release on, so we're going to be talking about my bow. This release is the culprit. It broke my last bow by dry firing it really easily. Honestly, it was my fault because I had my finger on my trigger while I was pulling back. I didn't know I put a little bit of pressure on here, and I released my bow, or released the string, which caused the bow to pretty much unfold, and it had a minimum draw weight of 50 pounds, and I don't have a bow press, so I couldn't put it back together. I decided to scrap that bow and get this baby right here. Now this baby is much nicer, much newer. This is a 2021 Sanlida Dragon X8 compound bow, and today I'll be telling you guys why I think this is the best bow you could buy as a beginner. But before we get into that, just look at this thing. Look at this thing. It's a beautiful camo. We have a 2-cam system, keep sight, D-loop obviously, and then string stopper right there. We have a 5-pin sight with a light for darker situations. We also have a hostage rest and a stabilizer. Not really a stabilizer, more of a vibration controller. It really doesn't pop out much, so it doesn't stabilize the bow that much, but it came with it, so I threw it on there. Arm sling, which is much nicer than the older one. People kept complaining that the arm sling was bad, so they went ahead and added another one. Now, as I said, this is one of the best bows to buy as a beginner, and the reason for that is it goes anywhere from 0 to 70 pounds, which means it's completely adjustable. You could be any age and still wield this bow. It has a draw length of 18 to 31 inches. So once again, almost anyone can use it, whether you're 4 feet or whether you're almost 6.5 feet tall, you can use this bow. Now, since it comes down all the way to 0 pounds, you can also tune it yourself without a bow bender. What is it called? Bow press. There we go. Without a bow press, and I did tune this. The cams weren't timed perfectly on this bow, so I pretty much undid the limb bolts completely here, which caused the strings to go limp. I put a couple of twists on one of my cables, and now the cams are firing perfectly. We're gonna go ahead and yank it back for you. I feel like it's not gonna be completely in the frame, but I'll do it anyways. Let's go ahead and yank it back. We're sitting at 60 pounds right now with a draw weight of 27 inches. Beautiful bow. I absolutely love it. I fired it. I'm really accurate at 20 yards. I believe I could get a 3-inch group at 20 yards. Sometimes it goes out. And once my string stretched a little bit, it became inaccurate, so I have to tune it again. But I'm really accurate at 20 yards. At 30 yards, I have roughly a 4 or 5-inch group. Not a minute per angle group, but for a person who started archery roughly a month ago, that's definitely not bad. At 40 yards, we're moving more into 6 to 7 inches, and then at 50 yards, it starts to get a little bit messy. We're getting around 10 to 12-inch groups at 50 yards, but once again, not the most accurate bow, and I don't even have like the best material. This bow itself, $200 for all of this. I bought my own release, and then I bought some really cheap arrows. I believe they were like 12 for 35 bucks, not terribly expensive. So I feel like some of the inaccuracy could be due to the arrows, the fact that they're really not that expensive, which means they're really probably not that accurate. Also, I have 500 spine arrows. I need to down it to 400 spines when I go past 60 pounds or 50 pounds maybe. So I definitely need to get better arrows. But at 50 yards, I could hit a 12 by 12 target almost all the time. And then sometimes I get it between the 6 and the 8 most of the time. I also took this back to 100 yards just to see if this would actually land shots at 100 yards. But we had a bit of problem with that. The sight isn't low enough to shoot 100 yards. I had to aim roughly right here to land the 100-shot hay bale, and I landed on the 7 one time out of 12. The rest of them either went into the hay bale or went low. So I definitely need to get a different sight, maybe a dovetail sight if I want to shoot at distances farther than 60, maybe 70 yards. But absolutely amazing bow. You could definitely do target practice with this. You can even hunt with this. 70 pounds is plenty strong for almost any animal. As of right now, I'm not doing any hunting. I definitely plan to learn a lot more about archery before I delve into that area, if I ever delve into that area. But absolutely amazing bow. As I said, you should get this yourself because I am a firm believer in pretty much maintaining your own stuff. Every time, I don't want to run to a pro shop every time I throw my bow at a tune. So I want to do it myself, and I have learned to do that in just over a week. Which is really quite fantastic. I could tune the yokes, I could tune the cables, I could tune the string. Since my string stretched a little bit, the peep sight twisted inward, and every time I had to go to fire, I had to twist the peep sight a lot. I went ahead, straightened that out as well. So now you can see straight through the peep sight. But once again, amazing bow, aluminum riser. We have a 30-inch from cam to cam. And then we have, what else do we have? I believe it's 6.5 inches from here to here. So yeah, really nice bow. Definitely would recommend checking it out if you haven't already. If you want to see some of my target practice, I'll try to put out some videos of that for you guys. I may even go as far as to show you guys my 100-yard shot, but I tend to lose arrows when I do that. Either I fire over, and then when I fire over, the trees or the arrows get lost in the tree line. So I don't want to be wasting arrows, even though they're not super expensive. I don't have a lot of money to be spending on this specific hobby. I haven't put that much into it so far. I think it's been like $250, maybe $300. But super satisfied with this purchase. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely hit that thumbs up button. If you like this type of content in general, hit that subscribe button as well as the post notification bell. I got a burp coming on. I went swimming. Chlorine burps still are coming. But hope you guys have an amazing day. And until then, until the next time I see you, I hope you have an amazing day.